If you're showing up in a fear state constantly, or in a regretful state, or in a very cautious state, well, we have to own it, to be self-aware of it, to understand that, okay, when this is possible for me, I end up crucifying it or end up burning it down because I'm so fearful that if I do something, it might actually turn out well. All right, if you are tired of not feeling fit, tired of just not having the focus, or just not the relationships, or just not living the life that you deserve, then this is your place to be. This is the Live 100 podcast, the place you come to break the habits that no longer serve you so you can get the results that you deserve to have and live the life that you're meant to live. So let's start today with just the trials of life. I think when we look back at our life, there's going to be a lot of moments of regret. Of many times, of many things that we didn't do, didn't try, didn't experience, right? But there's the other side of that, is that with those regrets, we're going to have fulfillment. We're going to have fulfillment for all the things we did get to do, because we can do things, but we can't do everything. And as you look back at your life and you look back at the points of time, are you going to have a bucket that is overflowing with just fulfillment on what you were able to do and just what you're able to see? Or are you going to look back and just be in a life of just regret? The trials that you try today, right? They're not going to be perfect. You're doing things that you are trying things that you've never done before. You're going out there to experience the world, experience new things, so you're trying to juggle, or you're trying to meet that perfect someone, or you're going out there to run a 10K, or maybe you're just trying to create something that has never been tried before, right? You're trying to create some new platform or some new space, or you're trying some direction that's just completely unknown. It's a trial. And we take it so seriously that this is me in every aspect of this. But if you really hone out, if you really zone out, you really get the 1,000-foot view, we're all just very small pieces of this universe. And yet we take everything we do so seriously, as if it's going to ruin the world. I had this, great podcast I was on this morning talking about just the evolution of just fear of that. If we go out there to try something, that the ultimate result is going to be this catastrophic failure. And if you think about that, right? If you think about the catastrophic failure, how many times in your life have you thought about doing something, thought about coming up and taking a step to go out there and get it done, and lo and behold, you've come up with all these rationalizations of what is going to be this horrific end if you go out there and try something. But the truth is, let's just say there is that possibility that the worst case could happen. Well, then we have to turn it around. We have to turn around this scenario and say, okay, if the worst case is possible, the best case is possible too. Meaning that if you're going to say that if you try something that the world is going to burn down, it could set fire, it could ruin you, and just be this awful thing. Well, maybe you try it and you end up doing something so magnificent that you change the course of your life and those around you. Well, is that possible? It is. But you have to tell yourself the possibilities exist for you to have greatness within you. Part of the Live 100 program is being self-aware of where you are so you can own it. You can own it because you can own how you're showing up. If you're showing up in a fear state constantly, or you're showing up in a regretful state, or you're showing up in a very cautious state, just worried about every little step like you're walking on eggshells, well, we have to own it, to be self-aware of it, to understand that, okay, when this is possible for me, I end up crucifying it or end up just, burning it down because I'm so fearful that if I do something, it might actually turn out well. So how do I take this now that I'm self-aware of how I'm showing up, and how do I own it so I can position it for greatness? You deserve to have a great life, but you have to answer to yourself what a great life is. It could be that you go to work, you're empowered by your job, you love the people you work with, you have a great boss, and you do this job that allows you to walk out the door at 4:30 every day so you can go and sit and be active participant in your kids' life. That could be your tremendous, great life, and that's fantastic. But you have to go out there to experience your life, to take an account for what you're doing, to be fulfilled with the moments in time that you're taking here, so you don't go back and look back and say, I'm regretful for what it is. It is truly invaluable to have a life that you can enjoy. Now, are there going to be stresses and strains? Yes. We're very critical. We're the only creature on this earth that's constantly rationalizing, right? We're constantly choosing decision-making, right? We're not just going, oh, I'm hungry, go find something to eat, right? We are choosing constantly, and we're negotiating constantly. We're constantly in a battle with ourselves. So there's the trials that we're going to partake, but we have to stop the negative battle with ourselves. We have to empower ourselves forward. We have to do this in a way that's going to be beneficial to us and beneficial to us around us. And if you're having a hard time with this, reach out, have a conversation with me. Let's see if we can get you on the right track. Or build a network around you of other people that are breaking the mold of what it looks like to be average. You're not meant to be average. You're not meant to be ho-hum. You are meant to do fantastic things, but it does start with you right now. So look at how you're showing up. Look at when something comes up, which you could do. It could be anything. You want to go ice skating. Oh, if I do that, I might fall, break my hip, right? Or it could be, oh, cool, never tried that. Let me go see what it's about. Maybe you do something and you love it to the point that you want to go re-engineer the way that ice skate's made. I don't know. But you don't know until you try. And the trials that you'll face upon your life are going to be worth every little bit of it when you look back in the life you lived. Go live the life you deserve. Take action today. Be a greater version of yourself tomorrow than you were today. All right, so if this was helpful, make sure you go down there. You just give us an honest ratings review. We read each and every one of them. Go through them. They've been very helpful to continue to push this show forward. And thank you for all of you who continue to share the show to the masses to get this to more people. And if you want to have a free assessment about where you live and where you are in your Live 100 journey, go to jasonyarusi.com. You can do the free assessment there and take that to get a better resource for how you can live your life today. Let's do this. Time for some action.